Hello and welcome. Raw Deal Podcast, which may or may not be going by the same name next week, to be determined. But we're going to be doing a whole revamp of how we're doing podcasts next week, so stay tuned with that. But for this week, if this is the first time that you guys are watching us, make sure you subscribe now. Taking off, guarantee it. But we're going to do some WrestleMania predictions and keep on the lookout for some NXT TakeOver predictions, or are we posting those beforehand? Do you guys know? What do we want to do?
After you watch this, just go click on it.
Exactly.
Out there.
Keep an eye out. Well, we'll pump for the other one anyway. So this is an absolutely stacked WrestleMania card. Some matches that we were saying, probably shouldn't be on the pre-show or on the pre-show. We predicted last week that Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax was going to end up on the pre-show, but instead the Women's Battle Royal, first ever, is going to end up on the pre-show. Charlie, what do you think about that decision?
Honestly, it's kind of smart. These battle royals, I think they should be in the pre-show. I kind of way I feel about it. Instead of taking away the 1v1 women's match, which up until this year we're getting two of them, and up until then, I can't remember the last time we've had one. Right, that was a 1v1 at Mania. So ever since I've been watching that, they've never had one. So I think it's smart. It's smart on their part because they're trying to push the women's division really hard. So
true. So we heard about the opinions on that. So Garrett, I'm going to throw it to you first with the very first match on the card. Let's get right into it. We'll talk about the build-up. I'll talk about the build-up for each of these. So we're going to start with the Men's Battle Royal. Not really much build-up. A lot of people are thinking we're going to see some returns, possibly Big Cass, possibly Samoa Joe. Probably, one or two NXT people. We'll see. So we're not entirely sure who's in it yet. Ziggler's been making a big push for it. Who else has been acting like they really want it?
Baron Corbin, Mojo
Corbin
Rawley.
and Rawley are both back in it when they've both won before. So what do you think's going to happen with it, Garrett?
Man, I really have no idea. They had like the 8-man match on SmackDown with like 8 people that are going to be in it. Of those, off the top of my head, it was like Rawley and Ryder really were at the beginning really adamant about going after each other. So I don't think either of them will win because they're going to be too focused on each other, I feel like. And then that's going to lead into their finally their feud, And Breezango could always pull something out of the hat, but I don't think they would give them the Battle Royal as a tag team. Of the people I saw in that match, I think if you're going to give it to somebody twice, you probably give it to Baron, even though I don't think – let's be real. What has he done recently, that people are going to remember? Last thing he did was – I think the last thing he majorly did was have the United States Championship, and how long ago was that, So – yeah, I'll take Corbin in this because I really have no idea who's even really been announced for this match other than, like we said, Ziggler and a few others. But, yeah.
And really it's like, who gives a shit? But whatever. Pardon the French. Rick, I'm going to throw it over to you, which if you guys didn't know, Ricky Poo is joining us. Me and Rick have been sailing the 7 seas quite a bit and slaying some poon on the Sea of Thieves. Rick, who's slaying the poon and winning the trophy?
That's the real question.
Probably Dolph Ziggler.
Rick's going Ziggles.
It's a good guess, I'd say.
Good old dip zigzag.
Oh, yeah. Charlie?
My mind's leaning to two guys that have been feuding. I think they're going to give it to Bray Wyatt.
Okay. I am going with a returning Samoa Joe with help. Damn it, it's on the pre-show. I don't think they would debut him. Never mind. I think Samoa Joe and Authors of Pain are going to end up together.
Okay.
But maybe they don't debut Authors of Pain just because it's on the pre-show. It's possible, but I think the next night on Raw, Joe could come out and kind of gloat. And I think Authors of Pain and Samoa Joe are meant for each other. So I've heard that throw around a couple times. So I'm going with Joe. So we're going Joe, Wyatt, Corbin, Ziggler, 4 different guys. Well, it's impossible to have 4 different guys because this is a one-on-one match. We've got Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. This is the finale of the Cruiserweight tournament to crown a new Cruiserweight champion. Charlie, what are you thinking?
Mustafa Ali all day, every day. I think these he does these self-shot promos that really get over with the crowd. And 205 Live has been getting over more and more every week. And I don't know. I feel like he's be a good champion.
Garrett?
Yeah, I tend to concur. I mean, I don't even really watch 205 Live, but what I've seen of Mustafa Ali, every time the guy goes out there, he just seems like the head, like he could be like the leader of the cruiserweights in the same way that Neville was. Just an all-around great worker, has like great facial expressions and acting, you know. Like Charlie said, he can sell himself to the crowd. People are behind him. They know his name. He's not just one of these cruiserweights in the background that they don't really know about, you know. Yeah, I mean, there's not like, and then his finishing move always seems to cap off a match like really well, you know. So, yeah, I gotta agree on this one.
I'm gonna go with Cedric Alexander on this one. For the main fact of Cedric Alexander, if you didn't see him on the Indies, he's a fantastic heel. I think that you could easily have Mustafa win and like kind of sets off Cedric, and I think no matter what, they're gonna continue this feud. But I think since it's on the pre-show, I think it's a good call to have Cedric win here. And then when Mustafa comes out and like requests for another match, Cedric's kind of like, dude, I already beat you once. And Cedric ends up turning heel slowly, which leads to more matches between these guys. And I think it's always better for the heel champion to be there. That way you have the chase, and Mustafa will probably get it back. But when they're actually on a main card of a pay-per-view, rather than I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it better to be on the pre-show of Mania, or is it better to be on the main card of I don't know, Survivor Series?
If you're the cruiserweights, it's definitely the fact that they're on WrestleMania. It's big for them. I think no matter what.
Rick, what are you thinking? Who's winning?
I don't want to say what you said, but except Mustafa's going to win. But I think with all the failed opportunities for Cedric, he's going to turn on him right there and become heel.
Oh, yeah. I can definitely see that.
Lay him out in the ring. I hope they don't get the 5:30 slot, but they might.
Oh, I think it's going to be
the real question is, do they open up the gates early enough, or do they wrestle in front of 500 people for the 30 in a row?
I hope not. Neville and Aries, man, they were out there at like 5:30, dude. It was pretty dead.
And dude, it's a buzzkill when it's that bright outside. I don't know why, but it always kills the mood for me when it's.
I think New Orleans. I think it's going to be dark no matter what.
Imagine that Orton Rollins match. I don't know why I always think like it would have been so much cooler with all the lights of Orton's entrances and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. It
seems so lame in daylight. I don't know.
Hey man, what about the Bray Wyatt and the cockroaches last year?
Hey, that was the best. All right. We have the women's battle royal. The two popular picks are obviously either Sasha or Bayley. Those are the two big names in here, but we also have Becky Lynch. Pretty much every woman that is not in a main title match. So no Bliss, Jax, Asuka, or Charlotte. Take your pick of any other woman and possible returns or whatever. Rick, I'll throw it to you first on this one.
We'll go with Becky. I think Sasha and Bayley would be too busy beating each other up.
Garrett?
I actually think this is going to be one of the times where they subvert that expectation, and they're going to have Sasha and Bayley kind of like somewhat work together to get toward the end. And then like as they're celebrating that they made it to the end, Bayley is going to still be the stupid baby face that can't see it coming. And she's going to get turned on. So I'll take Sasha Banks.
Charlie.
This is actually more difficult than you think it is. But God, I've been always kind of thinking I'm just gonna go with the gut. Becky Lynch. I think she's winning.
It's tricky. This is a great spot to get a debuting or returning person.
Oh yeah.
Like
Ember Moon after she taps the belt to Baszler.
See, I think Ember Moon's going to win that title. Spoiler for our other prediction show. I think Shayna Baszler is going to win this tournament. This battle royal.
True. Hey Brady. Chris Hall from one of our old Big Brother He's back. He says Jillian from Big Brother 19 is winning the Battle Royal.
Hey, I'm down. Jillian.
I remember you, Chris. Dude, he always stuck up for Jillian.
He did. And I used to harp on Jillian a bunch. He's like, hey, don't be talking bad about. That's funny.
That's good stuff. Jacob asks, is Undertaker wrestling? We don't know. We're unsure. Yeah.
If you hear a dong on Mania, he's wrestling.
Does Undertaker wrestle unannounced? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's not unannounced, though. Cena's been calling him out. People are expecting it now.
Yeah.
So
what if he just lays him out backstage?
I mean, think about it. The people that are going to pay thousands of dollars to go to WrestleMania, they would pay it whether Undertaker was going or not.
Absolutely. This card is good enough.
So it could just be a cherry on top. Something else that this would be the stupidest idea ever, but what if Undertaker showed up and challenged John Cena to a match at next year's WrestleMania?
Yeah, dude. That could happen.
That's stupid.
That could happen.
So dumb. I'd rather him come out and chokeslam Elias.
Yeah. Undertaker wins the Battle Royal. There you go.
Oh my god. I think Strowman wins the men's Battle Royal and hold on. James Ellsworth wins the women's Battle Royal.
Oh my god, here we go.
Well, I'll tell you what. El
Luchador.
I think WWE should probably put the U.S. Championship on Rusev, but I think Orton's going to hit an RKO on everyone and win, and it's going to be in quicker fashion than we want it to be. Charlie, what do you think?
I think it's Rusev Mania. Third time with the belt.
Hey, why not? Rick?
Yeah. Rusev. I think Randy Orton's losing going to Raw. Is that too early to say that?
No, it's probably.
No. Hey, man. Hey. Spoilers. Future video.
Probably 2 weeks from now, I'll have all my shake-up predictions. If I were to get it,
I'll tell you what. Somebody, one of out of me, Charlie, or Garrett, has Randy Orton moving brands. We're not going to say who though. Garrett, what do you think?
I think that WrestleMania, it's really convenient, that it just keeps happening. But I think it's really awesome that WrestleMania lined up with Rusev Day.
Rusev Mania.
So you guys are basically saying Rusev is going to be the guy that wins at Mania and then loses it?
Yeah, it'll be like they even referenced it on this episode of SmackDown. Was it Zack Ryder lost the IC title the next night?
Yep.
Oh, dude, don't do Rusev like that. Brother, come on now.
Listen, brother, it's Brother Rusev. You know how they are in the WWE.
The double E. All right, Rick, I'm going to throw it to you again. Actually, no, Charlie hasn't had a first pick yet, I don't think. Let's go Lil Miss Bliss versus Nia Jax.
Nia Jax under 5 minutes.
Garrett?
I'm thinking, this has been like a really, really well done face turn for Nia here. I think if they didn't cap it off with the title win at this point, especially with how long they've been building the storyline since like way back when they were partnered up and then when they split up and they were still friends, and, all the stuff. I think if you cap it like this, it'll be real nice.
It's kind of agreed. I think he never won the title.
I'm taking Jax as well. Rick, you making 4 for 4?
4 for 4.
Wow, man. Over your bay?
Oh.
Rick found a new bay. He's a Nia Jax kind of man now.
Hey, man.
Now that Rick's getting swole, he's trying to pick her up.
All right.
And he's gone.
Rick doesn't need the skinny minis anymore. He needs a real woman in his life.
All right. I think he's cringing pretty hard right now.
All right, I'll go first on the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day. The story of this is that the Usos is the first time they're actually on a regular WrestleMania show. It's, do they get their moment, or do Bludgeon Brothers or New Day become victorious? And I think people aren't going to like it, but I'm going to take the Bludgeon Brothers.
Brothers and bludgeoning.
I think they just, I don't know why, I just feel like it would spice things up. Rick?
It's not going to be the New Day, I don't think. It's definitely going to be between either the Usos or the Bludgeon Brothers. Let me go with the I'll go with the Usos. I'll go with my boys.
The Uggos. Charlie, are you also going Uggos?
Yep, all day. Uggos all day.
Garrett.
I'll concur with you on this one because they've really been shoving this narrative of them like both kind of wanting to have like a good match, and the Bludgeon Brothers kind of like trying to be like they're like the block that does not allow them to do that, you know.
Brothers of Bludgeon.
Yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers.
I mean, come on, they took the men's names away from them. Not crazy.
Harper Bludgeon, Rowan Bludgeon,
Exactly.
Bludgeon Brothers.
The bludgeoning of Brother Tash.
The Miz is facing Finn Balor, who is also facing Seth Rollins in a threat which is tripled. Garrett, I think I know which way you're going, so I'll let you kick this one off.
Listen, brother, there's only one club in the WWE, brother. The Balor Club, brother.
Charlie, are you saying the man's wrong?
The only club is the Young Bucks club, but no, I you want to talk about swerves, man? I think Miz wins here.
Wow, dude, I swear you fought me on this last week when I said Miz was gonna win.
Hey, bro, no, you fought me. You took
Roll
mine.
back the tape.
Yeah, roll it back. There, I just did a flashback. There you go. I was right. I win.
Good job on that editing, Garrett.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I do it for my videos. I do editing for other people. I'm just not here.
It's looking at me with the weirdest face. Stop. All right, cool.
I diagnosed the problem that I had forever ago. I just never did it again.
All right. So Charlie's taking Miz. I'm taking Miz. Garrett, or sorry, Rick.
Time for some Monday Night Rollins.
Oh.
I think, never mind, I can't. That's too early. But Miz is going to have some time off. He's had a kid.
He's gonna go help Maurice work off that baby weight, is what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Jacob says Dolph winning the Battle Royal, and he said Jacob's going Miz also. Jake's in the chat.
There we go. Welcome, Jake. Jake from State Farm. That's what I'm dressed as today. How'd you know? All right. We have what I think is, I don't know. I think I'm most excited for this match, even though, like, I don't know. I want to see which way they do it. So we have Daniel Bryan returning after 3 years, teaming with Shane McMahon to face Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And if Owens and Zayn win, they get their jobs back. If they lose, then they remain fired. But we always have a superstar shakeup coming. So it's like, okay, well, they could theoretically just be drafted by Raw or picked up by Raw. But some people are thinking we could also have Daniel Bryan turning on Shane McMahon somehow, or McMahon turning on Bryan, leading to Owens and Zayn winning. Whichever way it goes, I think Owens and Zayn are going to pull this off.
Stipulation makes success much more interesting.
What I'm saying. Garrett.
All right. You got a lot of angles on this one, like you said, but the thing that's jumped out for me about this from the beginning has been that stipulation being what it is. I think with there being so many options that it's clearly stated, right? Like unless they win, they're still fired. So I'm thinking maybe somebody could get, because this is just a standard match, right? There's no disqualification put on it or anything. I'm thinking maybe Daniel Bryan will be like in the ring, and then like Shane McMahon will be still hot-headed and grab like a chair or something and beat somebody with it and get them disqualified, so that they don't, like, when they're about to win or something. I don't know, just so that they don't come back and then they maybe put them on Raw. I have no idea, but you know.
Charlie?
I think Daniel Bryan ends up pulling this off first match back in New Orleans, where he won the titles.
Brett?
I'm definitely going to say Shane and Daniel Bryan win it.
All right. Bryan and Meek Mahan.
Yeah, I pulled out the shocker. No one expected there to be no contest on this card.
There you go.
A no contest.
He thinks Bryan and Shane win clean with a running knee.
I mean, yeah, I could definitely see it. Then Owens and Zayn just end up going to Raw.
Yeah,
I mean, it would be a good way to do it. I mean, you want a feel good moment, and I think that if Daniel Bryan were to turn on Shane, it wouldn't be a heel turn by Bryan. They'd have to play it up so where like Shane turns heel on Bryan and Bryan gets his, gives him his comeuppance, because Shane's been a pretty big of a dick for about 6 months now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shane's been the heat.
We have what a lot of hardcore fans are looking forward to the most, which is the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Charlotte and Asuka, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble winner. Rick, I'll go to you first.
I think Carmella's winning.
You think she's entering the match, like, while the match is still going, similar to Rollins?
Yeah. I think she can do what Rollins did.
I think she's going to try and get her head kicked off. After the match, though.
Yeah.
Garrett, what do you think?
I think they're just gonna play this one straight because it's gonna probably be somewhere where there's been like a big match happened already, and they kind of want to still have a really important match. But this isn't getting they're not giving them 20 minutes like Asuka would get on like NXT and stuff. This is gonna maybe go 15, I think, if they give it a lot of time. And then what arsenal does Charlotte have after 15 minutes anyway? So. I think I'll take Asuka in this one. I think they're just going down and dirty with this one and having Asuka go to SmackDown. You can play this a couple of times if you have to, but I really like the idea of it just being this clean thing that just happens.
Yeah, Charlie.
Asuka.
I'm gonna take. Oh, how many title changes have I already had? 1, 2. I only have 2. See, I think one of two things happens. I think either Asuka wins and Carmella comes in to cash it and Asuka just kicks her head off and there goes Carmella's title opportunity. Or Charlotte wins but is dead on the ground. Carmella comes to cash in and Asuka kicks her head off and then throws Charlotte's body on top of Carmella and wins the match for Charlotte. Something like that. So, I don't know. I'll take Asuka because I want to see her win. I mean, yeah. I think the first ever Women's Royal Rumble winner, I think she should win. She should. It's like how with Money in the Bank, they had to let the first 4 or 5 winners cash in successfully to give it some credibility.
Jacob also agrees with us, the viewer in the chat.
There we go.
Thanks for sticking around, Jacob.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I definitely think we have a lot of options with this match, and that's kind of what the entire Carmella thing makes it that much more interesting. Is they could totally get themselves out of this streak if they let Asuka win and then Carmella cashes in and beats her. Carmella beat the streak, and Asuka's on SmackDown now
and beat the champ.
Yeah, so
I mean, that was probably one of the only good things on SmackDown this week was when Charlotte just kicked the briefcase out of the ring.
And that would get the bust of both worlds, like you were saying, Brady. Your winner doesn't because Carmella, the first Money in the Bank winner, she gets the cash and wins, and Asuka wins in the Royal Rumble. She won the Royal Rumble, so kind of win in both ways there.
Yeah, just
be a quick ass.
I think with the type of wrestlers Asuka and Charlotte both are, I think the title gets seriously devalued with Carmella holding that title. Because she's not a ring technician. She even said it on her recent podcast with Lillian Garcia. She's saying, that's not her character. She's not known as a wrestling character. Then all of a sudden, if you have Carmella up against either Asuka or Charlotte in her first program when she's champion, you're not going to buy Carmella winning any of those.
Yeah.
It would just be like Alexa Bliss when she first got the championship. It would be the same thing, except Bliss is way better in the ring. So
very true. Bucks fan, welcome to the chat. Bucks fan is saying Carmella would get over if she beats Asuka. Definitely would be a starter. I mean,
yeah, it would be a big moment.
Get her some heat there.
Rollins was already a bona fide star. Carmella is not. She hasn't even been on TV.
True. She has not been built as a star with this case, and it's been what, 9 months, 10 months?
Yeah.
So
Braun Strowman and a to-be-determined partner is facing the Bar. Charlie, you brought it up earlier. You brought him up earlier. I thought I was going to be the only one. I think Braun Strowman, based on his Instagram post where he was hanging out with this man, I think the gang's getting back together. I think Bray Wyatt makes his return with Braun Strowman and wins the title.
They're best friends in real life. It would make sense. And they have history in the WWE.
So, Charlie, you said you know the guy. Who is it?
Hey, man, I think Monday was a swerve, dude. It's Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins is going to beat up his partner backstage and join him anyways.
Charlie, did you jump out of your chair on Monday when he went backstage and Kurt Hawkins was standing there?
I got pretty stoked, man. I got pretty stoked.
Rick.
Usually could be Kurt Hawkins. You use him as a weapon. He's so small compared to him. Like a sword, just beat people with him. But I think this Symphony of Destruction is going to be the next thing. Elias. And then him and Elias will win.
It's a good pick for Elias, too, because it gets him on the card. He's had a good year.
You can always introduce his partner every week.
You know he's going to be on the show, so it's either he's going to be Braun's partner or he's going to get Stone Cold Stunnered in the middle of the ring or something.
Yeah.
Garrett.
Man, I have no idea. They're just like, who is this even? It's got to be someone, right? Like, I guess I'll go with a safe pick here and say maybe it's Ellsworth. I have no idea because
I already typed Ellsworth in. I knew you were going with Ellsworth.
Yeah, I didn't. There's literally nowhere. There's nowhere else for me to go. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, that's like the last logical choice. We've got 4 different names.
It could be Samoa Joe.
It could.
Yeah, but I don't know if it doesn't quite fit because then you have to have these 2 alpha dudes and a team, and it's like, and then if you bring AOP up, you have to send him to SmackDown, and will they do as well there? I mean, you have all these questions,
I think Braun picks Mr. McMahon.
Bucks fan is talking about what if Strowman teams up with Alexa Bliss, the Mixed Match Challenge team, and they win the titles.
Get out of my chat.
Hey man, that would be interesting, but I don't see it happening. Here's the real question: Is Braun Strowman going to show up, or is it going to be Brain Strowman? Can't see what he did. Brady went to the blobfish and muted his mic. So that is his reaction to Brain Strowman.
So people are thinking it might be Matt Hardy. What if it's not Matt Hardy, but it's Senor Benjamin?
Oh my God. Hey, what if it's little King Maxwell?
What if he comes out with Vanguard 1?
Yeah, people think they're going with the little person gimmick with Ellsworth or Hawkins or whatever. Dude, you go King Maxwell, that is the most over team in WWE history. Just you. What's your record?
1-0. I beat Spud.
1-0. All right, good enough.
Jacob says Santino Morella.
Oh God, Charlie's favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. The Boogeyman.
Easily going to be the worst match on the card. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I'll take Styles.
But we didn't say who we're going to have win last match.
Oh, yeah.
I think Strowman's going to win myself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. All right, so I'm putting – all right, so Charlie, you're going to say Hawkins, and I'll put Hawkins/win. Yep. I'm going to put Wyatt/win. Garrett, Ellsworth/
Yeah.
Rick says Elias/ Elias is an interesting one because they could easily lose and he could kick the ever living crap out of them. You have him winning, Rick?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
They haven't had that man in a belt yet, and he's been over for a while. Somebody's gonna get these hands.
Chris Hall says Mitch, Dean Ambrose's pet plant.
Dude, no, remember Jericho broke it.
And right after that, Jacob Larson said Chris Jericho.
Rip Mitch.
Man, if Jericho shows up, dude, oh my God.
A debuting Kenny Omega. This shows up out of nowhere. What the? All right, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I am going to take, since I don't think Asuka and Nakamura both win, so I'm going to take AJ Styles here. Garrett.
Yeah, on this one, I have to go with my dude on this one. AJ is just. I would love to see Shinsuke win the championship, but I just can't not pick AJ because AJ is just the perfect champion to me.
Rick.
I did not think of the fact that 2 Royal Rumble winners could win this. Because most likely, Carmella thinks, in all honesty, like a curveball for everyone. So if that happens, that happens. But if Asuka wins, oh wow! All right, I'll go AJ.
Charlie?
I think Shinsuke walks out champ. AJ has been a great champ, though. Both title runs he's had on SmackDown have been fantastic with the World Championship.
Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey are facing Triple H and I almost said Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon. Well, since Stephanie McMahon is a better athlete than every football player on the planet, I guess I have to go Triple H and Stephanie, right?
God damn it.
Logically, there is no other way this match is ending other than Ronda Rousey ripping Stephanie McMahon's arm off, right?
Oh, yeah, and then she could disappear again.
Dude, there's no way. I think Rousey's here for good.
No, I'm saying Stephanie could disappear again.
Oh, I thought you said Rousey disappear again.
Oh, no, I think, yeah.
So you're taking
jumping right into another feud. She's probably going to be wrestling at the next pay-per-view.
Eric?
Yeah, I mean, Angle has already gotten 1 win this year, right, with the Shield.
Yeah.
If you keep him on a streak of wins, you can justify putting him maybe in an IC title match or something at some point, you know?
Hold on, man. He didn't get a win with the Shield. He was the Shield.
Indeed.
Oh, my God.
He had the gear and everything.
But yeah, I had to take Rousey and the Raw general manager, Kurt Angle.
All right, Rick is taking Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Right, Rick?
No. If Ronda Rousey does not win with an armbar, I'd be a little surprised.
Rick, how do you not hate Ronda Rousey, bro? You hate Lesnar.
What?
Rick hates MMA people, bro.
No, I hate Lesnar. No, Ronda Rousey.
What the hell's wrong with Lesnar, bro?
Everything.
Whatever, bro. He doesn't like people that had diverticulitis. That's why I hate Shane McMahon, too.
Yeah, it's got to be Ronda, man. There's no way.
So speaking of Lesnar, Rick, do you have him losing?
Oh, God, yeah, he better.
There's no way I'm picking anything other than Roman Reigns. Lesnar's, he's got to go.
It's time.
Charlie?
It's the Roman show.
Garrett?
I would be utterly shocked if it closes with Lesnar holding that title.
I'll be pissed.
I do not see dude. What if Lesnar beats him in 30 seconds?
I'll be pissed.
Like he just walks out there, F5 pin.
And then
what are you doing?
And then the dong hits, setting up the match for next year.
And he ends up holding the belt for 700 days.
Undertaker's revenge. Undertaker's revenge, or he retires.
If this show ends with Lesnar and Undertaker at a standstill, and you see like some WrestleMania 35 logo in the background, I'm done. The network is getting canceled on.
Then Lesnar's going to hold the title all the way to Mania next year.
What would that be? 700 days? Okada's almost had it 700 days.
724 or some shit like that.
That'll be awesome.
That would not be awesome. Seth Rollins is awesome. Not bad. What was the Rock and John Cena thing? Wasn't it planned like the next night or something like that?
No, it was the story is that it was always planned to be 2 matches. They just said it was once in a lifetime to sell that WrestleMania that year.
Yeah, but that was the storyline, was that they faced each other. The Rock won, and then Cena came out the next night on Raw and challenged him to a match for a year in the making.
That's ridiculous, dude. I'm sorry, but that's.
And then Cena won, and then they're going to leave it at 1-1.
Until now.
So, I mean, we had hold on. We had Hogan Rock. We had Rock Cena. Are we getting Hogan Cena at this? Is Cena going to be that desperate that he comes out and challenges Hulk Hogan to a match at Mania?
My God.
That brother later.
That hold on. That's who's winning the Battle Royal. It's going to be the ultimate brother. Hulk.
Hulk is winning.
Until you find out he's actually going at.
Dude, no, hold on. Brooke Hogan's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble.
My God. Good stuff.
All right, cool. Based on the smell of my apartment, because I started doing this podcast as soon as I walked in, I think I got some cat poop to scoop. So
Nice.
I'm going to go do that. And are we going live right away? Or are we pre-recording NXT? What's the plan,
Yeah,
guys?
we'll go live right away. We'll stick around if you're still in chat. We'll be talking NXT TakeOver. Separate video.
Hope you're feeling some wrestling on a Wednesday.
Jacob, Chris, Bucks fan. If anyone's still chilling, love to see you there and get your input on those.
All right, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Click that little bell so you know when we go live. And if this gets over 1,000 likes, we will send you a used T-shirt from Rick fresh after the gym.
Get yours today.